Sexual Harassment Awareness Training. Welcome to a training course on awareness of sexual harassment. This course is designed to educate you on the importance of understanding, preventing, and addressing sexual harassment in the workplace. Dantli Corp's goal is to promote a work environment that is safe and respectful for everyone. Sexual harassment refers to unwelcome sexual advances, comments of a sexual nature, requests for sexual favors, and harassment or comments about an individual's gender, all of which create a hostile work environment. Sexual harassment could also be quid pro quo, which is a Latin phrase for something for something. An example of this is a person receiving benefits for performing sexual acts or being subjected to sexual advances. Hostile work environments are developed when comments or behavior create an intimidating or offensive work environment. Behavior could include jokes, inappropriate touching, displaying sexually explicit materials, and behaviors that disrupt individuals' work. A hostile work environment can be created by anyone in the work environment and can affect anyone who finds the behavior offensive. All kinds of harassment, especially sexual harassment, is illegal in the United States. Harassment is covered under Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and is enforced by the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, EEOC. Failure to prevent or stop such behavior may result in serious civil penalties. Harassment is strictly prohibited at Dantli Corp. How to identify sexual harassment. It is sometimes complex to identify sexual harassment because of the subtle nature of some behaviors and the feelings of the individuals involved. However, it is important to know the key indicators and the types of behaviors considered as sexual harassment. Some key indicators include unwelcomed behavior. This includes any sexual advances, comments, jokes, or gestures that are not returned or accepted by the recipient. It is important to emphasize that the intent of the individual performing the conduct does not decide whether it is harassment. Rather, the impression and feelings of the recipient do. Type of conduct. Sexual harassment can be verbal, which includes making sexual remarks about a person's body and suggestive comments. Nonverbal harassment includes making suggestive gestures and displaying explicit pictures. Physical harassment includes touching, hugging, brushing against a person's body, or physical coercion for sexual favors. Frequency and severity. Harassment is not necessarily an ongoing act. One single incident can be considered sexual harassment. The frequency and intensity of the behavior can help determine whether it has resulted in a hostile or offensive work environment. Power dynamics. When a supervisor makes inappropriate advances towards a subordinate or uses their position to influence the subordinate into sexual behavior that is unwanted. How to report sexual harassment. Speak up. If you feel safe doing so, address the harasser directly and ask them to stop the behavior. If it persists, report it immediately to your supervisor, a Dantli Corp management team member, or call 911. Dantli Corp guarantees that all complaints will be taken seriously, handled confidentially, and investigated promptly and thoroughly. Document the incident. Keep a record of all incidents. Be sure to include the dates, time, location, what was said, what was done, and state if there was a witness. Seek support. Consider discussing the situation with trusted colleagues, a supervisor, or a counselor for additional support and guidance. Retaliation against anyone who reports or participates in the investigation of sexual harassment is strictly prohibited at Dantli Corp and is a violation of our policies. Identifying sexual harassment and understanding what to do when it occurs are critical for maintaining a safe and respectful environment. If you have questions or believe that you may be involved in a form of harassment, please contact a member of the Dantli Corp management team.